Maybe what we should do is have an expert explain to us why we're failing to protect our children, why we're failing to protect our school staff, and what it is that we can do to do a much better job of that. Why don't you walk us through the basics here?
Well, it's to keep it simple, it's we're not providing the tools for the kids, the teachers, and the cops to protect our children in schools.
Okay, so specifically, there's a lot of people out there that have an idea that their school is just fine, or their school is at least adequate because they see some signage and some other practices or whatever else. So,
So you can take a list of what there's no the one thing we have not defined is what school security or safety is. We define everything else in society, whether it be car safety, fire safety, airplane safety, water safety. They all have a definition. This topic, everybody is an expert in, and everybody who is in a leadership position in education believes that what they have is actual security or safety. Some of those examples are camera systems. As a former school resource officer and detective for many, many years, cameras are really good to solve a theft. They're really good for evidence, but cameras will never stop a bullet. Um, Visitor management. Visitor management is nothing more than a day-to-day operation tool. It's not providing insecurity whatsoever, and it's only as good as the people operating that system, and only as good as the building that supports the system. Move over into metal detectors and artificial intelligence. Metal detectors are nothing more than an alert system that are not foolproof. It doesn't answer the question, okay, I got an alert, now what do I do? The amount of resources it ties up if you've gone to the airport, which I'm sure a lot of your viewers have, it creates a fatal funnel. It's this bottleneck of people, and it actually creates a target-rich environment. But if that alert goes off on a metal detector or artificial intelligence, are we answering, okay, what do we do now? You have the alert, we don't have the response. And all the stupid things like clear backpacks or these configurations you put on a door that are completely against fire code. It's these one-trick ponies that people are trying to throw a band-aid at a problem that is so much more complicated than a band-aid can seal that wound. It, so it's multi-layered, and it's not a 30-second drive-by explanation. It's if you look at who are the stakeholders in these scenarios, it's the children, it's the teachers, and it's the cops. Those are the ones that are directly involved in the response to, and it's so we took run, hide, fight, and we put it on steroids.
okay,
And we also look at it from a holistic point of view. It's not just the act of, it's the before, the during, and the after. So on the before side, personally, I think mental health has kind of gotten too much focus because I've investigated over 60 active shooter threats to a school district in my career. All the ones that I've investigated, it was a like I said, we take run, hide, fight, and we put it on steroids. So how do we enhance the hide? And if you go back and you look at all the school shootings, the hide was what was in question. The building does not support it. There's no cover. So with cover, we provide cover in every single area of that school to make a place safe from a bullet. You can have a school of 2,000 plus kids, and you can take your building back in less than 60 seconds. You're giving the power back to the teachers and the kids. They own that school with a gun until they don't want to own it anymore. We're not providing the weapons and the tools to respond to take your school back.